Hello you guys, this is Rachel Kirkland here, and thanks for joining me again for another YouTube Q&A video of the week. So if you're new to the channel, I always just kind of give the spiel at the beginning and say welcome, thanks for being here and a part of this community. If you'd like to connect with me personally or have a one-on-one session, either through Skype or in person in San Antonio or Santa Monica, California, I would love to do that. Just reach out on my website, which is themodernshaman.net. I also have classes, and my new class schedule for 2019 just went online live. I think last week it was posted. So all the upcoming coursework that I'm going to be teaching, my class, the in-depth kind of intensive series for those that are really wanting to learn about their gifts and their connections to the non-physical realm. All of that's available online through the website as well. I also have shorter classes next year that I'm excited about teaching that are just going to be kind of 2-hour seminar and practice kind of times, like some lecturing and teaching, and then some practical kind of getting in there and getting your hands dirty and doing the stuff that we're talking about. All of that's on themodernshaman.net. Okay. So let's jump into the question for today, and this was sent to me. Said, Rachel, at what point is it too much to clear? I've been healing another and was clearing intuitively, but feeling like, holy crap. She didn't say crap, but I'm reading it here for you guys. Holy crap. He won't even know himself, and his life may fall apart from all of this clearing, like when he comes out of it. So at what point is it dangerous to clear too much at once? Okay. All right. So this is kind of directed towards my healers out there and helping understand this process of when you start working with others and start healing or clearing things, even for yourself as well. So one thing that I will say is that when it comes to working on others and helping others in this way, you don't have to be a psychic or an energy healer or a Reiki master or a Qigong specialist to know how to clear for others. This is a process that is available to those who are tuned into energy and aware of it, and can help literally heal humankind, heal all of those as we're evolving as a species. So if you are doing work on this level, and you know this if you've taken my classes, and I will say you should always start, it's my suggestion, all right? You need to tune in intuitively, and I'm not always right. I'm not saying my way is the only way. But it's my suggestion that you first tune in to intention, that you first get with the person that you're doing the clearing on, the healing on, and start with their intention for the clearing, okay? And if you've ever had a session with me, energetically, you know, even psychically, I always start out with that. Why are they there? What did they come for? Getting their words, getting their alignment with it. And it may change from when they set up the appointment versus when they sit and are in your presence, okay? So it's always good to check in first with what is their intentional alignment in that now moment when you're about to do the healing or the clearing, and getting aligned there. So if they come to you with a sense of, I think I have blockages with A, B, and C, then you as the healer aligning with clearing those blockages, A, B, and C, all right? Because when you start working at your craft, you may see other things. Meaning when you're healing or you're aligning with their energy form or your energy melding or your psychic, you're moving into your own psychic medical intuition and these types of things, you may see other things going on in their life, okay? And it can be distracting. It can be like, oh my gosh, they got this, 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 and this, this. They didn't even mention all of that, all right? They asked about these things, and yet there's all this other stuff going on. So as the healer, as the reader, at that point, making sure that they're still in alignment with what you're seeing is important. And you can share with them, I see all of these other things, all right? Are these any areas of concern to you? Do you want to tune into them? Or do you want to come back to it later if we have another time? Because when you get into this, even when you start doing it as a business or as on a timed kind of schedule, you can't always get to everything in a 30-minute chunk of time or a 1-hour chunk of time. These are human beings. They have a lot of things going on. And so sticking with what their intention was for that session and keeping yourself as the healer aligned with that is a good sense of kind of navigation within your time together. You can always leave room, and sometimes people come to you and they'll say, whatever spirit says, whatever spirit does, I want to leave room for it. You just get in there and you do what you do. And they leave it very open-ended. And from that space, they're aligned with an open flow of whatever spirit feels like is first and foremost in terms of priority. So as a healer, I would set my own intention to align or to see or to clear what is in their highest vibrational priority for them in this now moment. Okay? I will say also, similar to what I just shared, you as the healer have the responsibility of your own intention, your own sincere, your own heart and alignment with what you're doing, your actions, and they have the same alignment on their side. Now, what really makes the miracles happen is the sense of alignment on both ends, meaning they're in alignment with what's being done and you're in alignment with it, and it syncs up in a very quantum-based field, no time or space or distance, and instantaneously things are being transferred, energy is being shifted, and all of this is happening. Now, when that's going on, if there is openness here, and we don't have a firm sense of intention on what we're clearing, meaning it's not a certain disease they want cleared or a certain trauma, or they haven't specified, then you as the healer can hold tight to an energy of like whatever is in their highest vibrational alignment in this moment, or whatever healing they're capable of receiving in their highest vibrational space. I want to be a conduit for that healing. Okay? It's similar to the way that you would set up psychic guidelines, or you would set up boundaries for spirit. As a healer, you set up a sense of boundaries of the way you want to be used and channel that healing energy. So you can say, in whatever way, shape, or form, this person is able to receive healing in the highest way they can receive healing, in the most aligned and the most beneficial for their life in this lifetime, in this moment, in their relationships, in their job, or in whatever ways it's being affected. You can set the intention for that sense of healing in their highest vibrational space, in the highest way they are able to receive it, that come through and be done in this moment. Now you can fix it, I kind of rambled. You can make it as succinct as possible, but essentially line up with a sense of clear, definitive point within yourself of knowing that whatever they are capable of receiving in their highest vibrational alignment, you want that level of healing to come through and be channeled through you as a conduit of healing energy. Okay? So that way you know that whatever, that they won't receive anything they're not capable of processing or capable of receiving. Okay, if that's a concern of yours. Because I know you mentioned, like, he may walk out of this and not even know himself and not even recognize himself and not even, like, the patterns will be so changed that they won't be able to actually process it. You don't necessarily have to worry about the way that they process the healing after it's done, because that's still in the domain of their own free will. And as an energy healer, you may be aligning and doing things very high in their auric field, very high in terms of frequency, within their highest frequency of being. And as it kind of translates down into 3D, into the physical domain, into the lower frequencies of the being in a manifested form, it may show up a little more granular, okay? Meaning you may see it and be doing the work and it's so pure, so full of light, so there's just total alignment and divine perfection of clearing and getting it. And then all that they're able to receive, they will receive. All that they're not ready to receive may be put on a variation timeline, or maybe put in there, like Abraham Hicks would say, vortex, may be held for them for when they are in vibrational alignment to receive it. Okay, so they're not able to even receive anything that they're not ready in vibrational harmony with. Okay, this is why intention is so important, and also vocalizing as a healer during the process. If you feel any sort of resistance to the work being done, to make sure that you say, okay, are you ready to receive? Are you in an energy of openness? Are you comfortable with letting go of the trauma? Are you ready? Are you free? Are you wanting to be free of this? A lot of people will say that in their mental mind, but their energy will not align with it. Okay, so as a healer, it's important to note that intuitively when you feel that sort of resistance, and ask and bring them into the highest space of alignment that's possible for them in that now moment. And then leave the rest of the receiving and the kind of recalibration and assimilation from that process up to their own free will and their own pattern of reception afterwards, or how they want to process it, how they want to take it, how much they want to shift. And that will vary from person to person. And sometimes it can be very extreme, and I have had clients come in and have miraculous healings, okay? Because they were in an energy that was aligned with a miracle. They wanted a miracle, they believed, they were open in a space that allowed for that level of shifting in that moment. And sometimes people, with your help as a healer, will move themselves into a space that's the most open that they've ever been, the most willing to change that they've ever been, the most willing to let go than they've ever changed. And maybe they didn't see it up until that point. And then after the session, they'll come back and be like, what the heck? This has changed, this has changed, this is going on in my body, I can't even see straight, I'm doing, all of these things of processing that are shifting, that they're seeing within their life now. And helping them kind of go through that recalibration time. It's okay, this is what you were aligned with. Stay in alignment with the process, don't have frictional energy for change. A lot of times we think we want change, we're aligned with the change, and then we start seeing the change in our bodies, in our relationships, in our life dynamic, and we freak out. And we're like, holy crap, this is real. And it is real. We are energy beings. This work, if it's in alignment and the healer is in alignment with your field, it is very real, okay? And I mean, I tell people that all the time, and even in the session, I'm like, this is real. But I still have people afterwards being like, holy crap, like I didn't have any, you said it was real, but like now everything's changing. And kind of going through that freak out process. And that's okay too, like helping navigate that next step, or just saying this is part of the process. You want to change. Now we move into an allowance of the shifting. Allow those patterns to fall. They are going to feel a little bit like free fall or something new or something, I don't want to say scary, but if you're not used to it, there's an energy of like, I don't know what to expect. I'm used to these old patterns. Now we let them go and we cut them off and we got rid of them. And now everything's shifting and changing, and I don't know how to anticipate it. So just moving into even a sense of ease and creating peace and alignment with that flow of new energy coming in is like the next step of the healing. You're doing a good job, and I would just say as a healer, staying in alignment with your heart. If you feel like you're in a space that feels out of your depths, or you feel like you're in over your head, or you're doing clearing and you're like, whoa, this is major, this is bigger than I've ever done, this is something that's kind of beyond my depths that I've done as a healer before, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be in a sense of humility and egoless place to say, This is a huge scope of work that we're doing energetically, ancestrally. Like there's a lot going on here. And I'm calling in the big guns. I'm going to bring, ask to have angelic protection. I'm going to ask to have healers in my light team that come in that can help through this process. That is a beautiful space of alignment as well, to not feel like it's all on you as the healer. It doesn't have to be, and it shouldn't be. You have a lot of help in the non-physical realms. And so always being open to asking for angelic help, asking for, if you align with galactic beings, there's certain species of beings that are known for healing, helping with healings, helping with regeneration of the body and the DNA and cells, even all sorts of high vibrational beings, even on your ancestral lineage, from your own wisdom and your highest sense of vibrational alignment with yourself, and bringing those aspects in of the self to help you. If you need help, you can always just ask for that as well. And then, like I said earlier, just coming back to a sense of alignment with your own heart. Not letting it get too much in your head, but coming back to the place of the heart. The place of the heart is a sense of peace. It's a slow energy. So if at any time you feel like you're getting, even as a healer, you feel like there's so much going on chaotically, and sometimes as a psychic and I'm energy melding or being in their body for the healing, if it feels too chaotic, meaning spirits are like, boom, 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 they don't have any sort of psychic boundaries for spirit, and it's all coming in at once, and this is going on, I will just have to align and have a sense of breathing in this space, asking spirit to slow down, asking them to talk to me one at a time, asking the energy to pan out a little bit. Remember, and it just takes practice, you have a sense of control, you have a sense of directional energy with your own being, even in those times of clearing for others. So come back to your heart space, your own sense of alignment and peace, and then from there, move forward with your client or with your healing. Mwah. Love you guys. I hope that was helpful for you. And yeah, we'll be back here next week. Blessings.